Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Womadak Yahushua. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which the world calls God, and Yahushua is the name of his only begotten Son, which the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, want to give a strong shalom to all the mighty men that's going out there and they're laboring. They're presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. They're doing all they can to wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Not only that, they're enduring the elements, the 100-degree weathers, freezing below codes, and everything that's trying to hinder the work of the Most High. Shalom, shalom. Want to give another strong shalom to the Akwat, the sisters that are out there reverencing their husbands, being teachers of good things, tender, delicate, and the unmarried sisters as well, being on fire for the Most High God. Shalom, shalom. Want to give, last but not least, another strong shalom to all the mighty teenagers and children that's in this truth, doing all they can to make their calling and election sure in these last days. Shalom, shalom. And shalom to everybody that will tune in to the live stream, most side willing. All right. And the topic of this cold cut is titled, Who Are You Afraid of? Satan or God? And you have to ask yourself this question. Who are you more afraid of? Who are you more scared of, man? A lot of brothers and sisters, you more scared of these demons, the spiritual demon Satan and his minions, more than you actually have fear for the Most High God. You don't have any confidence. You don't have any faith. You believe that these demons are stronger than you. That's why they're overtaking you. And it's not because, well, it's the Passover around the corner. No, this truth is a journey. This truth is about dedication, hard work, marathon, years, decades, all right? 20 years plus another 20 years. So you got to ask yourself, hey, in this walk, who are you more afraid of? Satan or the Most High God? And this is a common thing. A lot of people are more scared of Satan and these demons more than they are of God. They don't fear the Most High, but they fear these demons. They're scared of the spiritual demon Satan. That's the only reason why he has you in subject and you're underneath them. So we want to exhort brothers and sisters to guess what? You don't have to be afraid of Satan. You don't have to be afraid of these demons. You're stronger than these demons. You're more wiser than these demons. The Most High gave you the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to conquer all things with this Bible right here. So let's kick it off with the book of Psalms, right? All right, let's kick it off with the book of Psalms, chapter 53, right? Actually, I want Psalms chapter 56, right? It's the book of Psalms, chapter 56, and verse number 3. And it reads, neither, actually, this is what I want. Psalms chapter 56 and verse number 3. And it reads, it says, what time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. In God I will praise his word. I have God I put in my trust. I would not fear what flesh can do unto me. And you really have to believe that. You don't want to fear what flesh and blood can do unto you, man. You don't want to fear what these spirits, yes, these spirits could do you like they did Job. Yes, these spirits could place heavy demons on you like they did to King Manasseh, the demon of pride, overthrow you. Yes, Satan could enter into you like he did Judas Iscariot, but you can't be scared. Hey, these demons, once you have you've been in a spiritual battle long enough, you start to understand, hey, these demons, they can smell fear. Just like a dog can smell fear in you, these spirits, they smell fear in you. So if you giving off any sense or pheromone of fear, they smelling that and they gonna take advantage. All right. If you getting off giving off any curiosity, innocency, they're gonna take advantage of that. So you have to be like King David. He said, hey, what time I am afraid. And we're not perfect as well. Hey, we used to be scared of demons, man. Scared of spirits. I know when I was younger, I used to be scared of ghosts. I thought my house was haunted. I was getting nightmares and trouble. As you get older in this truth, you start to understand whole time those was demons, even since that was a kid that was trying to trouble me and put fear in me. Now that I'm more mature and have become a young man, guess what? I don't fear those same spirits. Those spirits, in all actuality, some of those spirits they fear me now, and that's how it's supposed to be, because the Most High created us to be gods on the earth. And the Lord said to Moses, "I have made thee a god in the eyes of Pharaoh." And we the children of Israel. Let's get that classic. And all of this stuff comes with faith, trials, tribulation, and going through the furnace to acquire certain faith and confidence levels that you might have. You don't just come in the truth and have the strongest confidence ever. You have to build those things up. Right? It's Psalms 82:6. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. So guess what? We're gods, man. We're Yasha Allah. You think we gonna be scared of a spirit? You think we gonna be scared of a spirit? Now, we don't want to be prideful. We understand that these spirits are out to get us, and we could fall victim if we moving in the spirit of pride. But you have to have some type of confidence. You have to have some type of something in you to say, you gotta have a breakout moment, man. You can't just be paranoid all the time. These spirits, they got you low, you wailing in your sins. No, you gotta get yourself up. You gotta look yourself in the mirror and really see what type of value you are. You gotta examine all of the trials and tribulations that you've been through in your previous years and see how you came out through the fire tried as gold. You gotta use your personal life for your testimonies, man. You can't use everybody else's testimonies all the time. Now you could use it to say, wow, okay, all praise to the Most High. But guess what? You got personal testimonies as well. You have a history with the Most High bringing you out of temptation. You have a history with the Lord delivering you, and you got to take that and you got to build up your character in this truth. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 41. All right, let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 41. Right, it's Isaiah chapter 41 and verse number 10. It says, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yeah, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness." So the Most High is telling you, hey, guess what? I'm with you, man. Even in times where you be thinking like, dang, is the Lord with me? The Lord still might, in all actuality, be with you. But guess what? You have to cast out that fear. How do you cast out the fear? You might have many different fears, man. Fears on a carnal level, on a spiritual level, but you have to cast that fear off to guess what? You're not afraid of anything. And we at the point of our I'm at the point of my I'm not afraid of nothing but the Most High God. Nothing scares me. Not a damn animal, not a spirit, not what man could do unto me. Only person I fear is the Most High God. With that mentality, you could conquer anything. Because you know if the Lord is with you, you've been walking in his steps. You've been walking in righteousness, and you can accomplish anything. What's stopping you? But guess what? The main thing might be holding you back is yourself. With the insecurities, the doubt, the lack of faith, the lack of confidence. Let's go to the book of First John, chapter 4. Right? Let's go to the book of First John, chapter 4, and verse number 18. Right? Let's go to the book of First John, chapter 4 and 18. Hey, with the Lord, all things is possible, man. You gotta firmly believe that. You can't be wavering. You're a man of the Lord. You got a beard on your face. All right. You might be down 6'1", 6'2", physically strong. You got your fringes on. You keeping the commandments, but you just lacking faith, man. You're wavering. You don't believe the things that's written at hand. Let's go to the book of First John chapter 4 and verse 18. That wouldn't even look right. You an Israelite. None of the Israelites, none of us should be lacking faith. I mean, you in this truth. We haven't seen Yahushua. We haven't seen angelical beings. We haven't seen what our forefathers have seen, but yet we still believe. Versus the Israelites back then, they've seen all of these things. They've seen the miracles. They've seen the Mosai, his judgments. All right. Yahushua on the mount. They seen the thunders, but guess what? They still didn't believe. It's about faith. Let's go to the book of First John, chapter 4. Let's go to the book of First John, chapter 4 and 18. I'm gonna start at verse 17. It says, "Herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment. Because he is, so are we in this world." You want to have boldness, confidence. Confidence gets built up. The Lord tell you in the Hebrews, the 10th chapter 8, "Cast not away therefore thy confidence." Majority of the world, they don't have confidence, man. You look at some of these people, they faithless, they doubt, they got spirits on them, anxiety. They don't have confidence. As a man of the Lord, a woman of the Lord, you need confidence. Confidence in the Lord. Trust in the Most High. If I'm not confident as a man, hey, I'm gonna feel weird. All right, I'm gonna feel weird. I'm gonna be out the spirit. But guess what? You walk in confidence, not pride. It's a difference between pride and confidence. But you walk confidently in the Lord, and you feel unstoppable. You feel like, who could touch me? All right, who could stop me if the Most High is with me? Reading on, it says, "Herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment, because as he is, so are we in this world. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear." What do you have fear for? Because you guess what? You don't have perfect love. The perfect love is going to cast out the fears. It's going to cast out whatever thoughts that you might have in your head, the doubt, the lack of faith. It says, "Because fear have torment, he that feareth is not made perfect in love." So if you still fearing, you scared of spirits, you scared of these demons, you always just like to run. Hey, when you gonna face? You can't just run from these demons forever. They're gonna chase you and hawk you. When are you gonna be? You know what? Say, you know what? I'm gonna have to just conquer this. Let's just get this out the way. When are you gonna have that mentality? It says, "He that feareth is not made perfect in love." You have to be made perfect in love. True love is loving your brother as you love yourself, and serving the Most High God with all thy heart, soul, and mind. All of the law hang on those two commandments. When you keep those two commandments, by default, you fulfilling the rest of the law. Because if you walking in love, you're not going to commit adultery. If you serving the Most High with all thy heart, soul, and mind, you're not going to be slothful. You're not going to be entertained in the spirit of lust. You're not going to be prideful, right? And we going into, it's a dream that I had about 2 to 3 days ago. All right. I was asleep. And as I'm sleeping, I turn over to my side. And, I was dreaming about a lot of different things that night. But when I turned over to my side, it was a spirit. And it's not the first time, but it was a spirit. It was a demon. It tried to scare me and grab me and pull me into darkness. All right. Now, usually I might wake up and be like, what the hell? Or I might, you know what I'm saying? I might get fearful. I might get scared. I've been scared of spirits in the past. Like I said, when I was younger, growing up in this world, didn't know what was going on. Early stages in the truth, you kind of scared of certain spirits, so you stay away from them. But this time, the demon smiled at me and he tried to scare me, and he pulled on my arm, and I flinched back at him like I was about to punch him, and I said, you know what I'm saying? I said, in the name of the Lord, I rebuke thee. And when I said that, the spirit got scared. It backed up. It got fearful a little bit. And right after that, when I woke up, you know what I'm saying, I felt mighty through the spirit. But that just goes to show you that a lot of the times these spirits are more scared of you than you might be of them. You don't want to be scared of Satan. All right. You don't want to be scared of these spirits. These spirits are scared of you. Why do you think they come into you to attack you? A temptation is real, man. Especially if you diligent and and you doing all you can do for the Most High. You have a high calling and a high purpose that the Most High has ordained. Hey, these spirits are gonna try to tempt you more than ever. But what are you scared for? They're coming to you. All right. It's not like you're coming to them. They're trying to attack you for a reason. They're trying to gang up on you for a reason. But guess what? You got to know I'm stronger than them. You got to come to the realization I'm better than the spirit of lust. I'm better. Why do you think slothfulness is attacking you? Because you're better than that spirit, but it's just trying to bring you down. You got to come to the realization, hey, I'm better than the spirit of pride. I'm stronger than these spirits. And once you move like that, hey, your whole mentality changes. We have to arm ourselves likewise in the same mind as Yahweh Shai. Let's get that in First Peter. Right? And all praise to the Most High. We could confidently say, guess what? We're not scared of spirits anymore. And all actuality, guess what? These spirits are scared of you. They're fearful of you. Let's go to the book of First Peter, chapter 4 and 1. It says, for as much then as Christ hath suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For as he hath suffered in the flesh that have ceased from sin. And if you in this truth, you have a different spirit from everybody else. You have the spirit of sincerity, and you have the spirit of the Lord inside of you, man. All right. Didn't Paul say, hey, no, you not are you are the temple of the living God, and that the spirit of God dwelleth in you? That spirit that's inside you, that's the same, it's a portion of Yahweh Shai's spirit, also known as the comforter, which shall teach you all things. So if you had the spirit of the comforter, which is a portion of the spirit of Yahweh Shai, what was Yahweh Shai like when he walked the earth? Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 4. Was Yahweh Shai scared of spirits? Was he kind of having said, well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm trying to overcome this, man, but, I don't know. No, he wasn't doing that. Let's go to Luke 4 and 41. Right? I'm going to start at verse 40. It says, now when the sun was setting, all they that had any sick with diverse diseases brought them unto him and laid his hands on every one of them and healed them. And devils also came out of many, crying out, saying, thou art Christ, the Son of God. And he rebuked them, suffer not to speak, for they knew that he was Christ. Hey, so those spirits, hey, they was scared, man. They said, oh, snap, this is Yahweh Shai. This is Christ, the Messiah, the Son of God. They saying the same thing when they see you, man. All right? Your name might be Zachariah. And they scared of you, man. They scared, oh, snap, that's brother Zachariah. That's the brother Amos, man. All right? That's the brother Nahum through the Spirit, right? That's the brother Kasadia through the Spirit. They saying these names and they're being fearful. If you look at somebody, sometimes you might be in this world, certain people give you that fearful look. That might be a spirit that's on them that's submitting themselves to you because you have a higher spirit. Your spirit is on a higher spiritual level. And you have to believe that. And these spirits, they were scared of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai was just walking around, doing his father's will, doing what the Most High told him to do. Now, if you're going off into sin and you doing that, whatever the hell you want to do, and you're not serving the Lord, you're not being obedient, and the Most High gonna put the spirit of fear on you. then you're gonna be fearful, man. In all actuality, only thing you need to fear is the Lord of hosts himself and his judgments. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. We're not scared of no weapons, right? We're not scared of no guns, no knives. Hey, the Lord say, no weapon that's formed against me shall prosper. We're not scared of none of that, man. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 13. All right, I'm going to start at verse 12. Isaiah 8 and 12. Say ye not a confederacy to all them to whom this people shall say, a confederacy. Neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. So let the Lord be your fear, man. Hey, start saying, damn, man, if I don't get myself together, hey, the Lord could destroy me. I'm scared of that. Hey, the Lord could take his spear from me. I'm scared of that, man. The Lord could destroy my whole household. Hey, not only could the Lord kill this flesh, but the Lord could kill my spirit as well. Those are things you need to start formulating in your head. Because anything else, it don't matter. Let the Lord be your dread. Let the Most High, let your fear be upon him instead of these spirits. All right? Now we will say this. Let's go to the book of Sirach. These spirits will try to terrify you, man. All right? They will try to terrify you. They will try to humiliate you. Hey, but at the end of the day, these spirits are sent to build you up as a test on a deeper level. But these spirits, their job is to put fear in you. All right, let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 18. Right, it's the book of Sirach, chapter 18, and verse number, let's see, Sirach, chapter 18, and verse number 30. It says, go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thy appetite. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies that magnify thee. And on another fold, if you give your soul the desires that please it, hey, these spirits, they're going to be laughing at you, man. They're going to be saying, yep, we got him again. We got this sister again. This is too easy. They laughing at you. They torment on you. Hey, these spirits, they not coming one-on-one. A lot of these spirits not coming one-on-ones. They trying to gang up on you. They're trying to bring even, hey, you going that fast, right after, it's not a coincidence, right after you go on that fast, whether that's a 2-day or 3-day fast, you go on that fast, then right immediately after the fast, you feel a stronger temptation than before. That's because Satan, he's trying to bring even, okay, you just purge these spirits. I'm going to come back, but this time I'm going to come back with 7 more spirits. And let's see what you give in. Let's see what you give in to that. Let's go to the book of Matthew. So, hey, they're going to try to gang up on you, man. And to somebody that's just coming into the truth, that might be terrifying. That might be scary. Because you don't know if the Lord is with you, yet you still have these spirits trying to chase you and hawk you down and take it and take your soul. But you have to remember the precepts. You have to get a overkill, and you got to kill these spirits, man. You got to destroy them. You got to remember you have more power than them. All right. Once you understand that a life could change for you visually, everything changes. You unlock the new mode. It's like a video game character. You unlocked a new stat for him. You unlocked a new chemistry for him. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 12. Let's go to the book of Matthew, the 12th chapter. All right. Go to the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 43. Right? Matthew 12 and 43, it says, when the unclean spirit is going out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Then he said, I will return into my house from whence I came out. All right, so when a spirit, he, you know what I'm saying, he going out of a man, you might have prayed, fast, got that demon off of you, got that spirit out of your vessel. When he said, I will return into my house from whence I came, and when he is gone, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh with him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. So Satan is gonna try to come in numbers. It's strength in numbers. The more demons the more demons it is, the more stronger that force or that entity is gonna be. And a lot of these spirits, they come in 2s, 3s, 4s. Same thing with angels. But Satan will try to overthrow you with numbers. Guess what? You can't be afraid of numbers. Real quick, we're going to come back to this. Let's go to the book of Psalms. This is what David said. Numbers, that don't mean a damn thing when you're dealing with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Hey, we want to be outnumbered. All right? That make the battle more, that make the spiritual battle more fun. All right? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 3 and verse 6. I would not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. So David said, I wouldn't even be afraid of 10,000s of people. Now, 10,000s of people, they might each have a spirit on them. That's 10,000s of spirits. David said, hey, I still won't be afraid. All right. I would not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. So David said, I'm not fearing multitudes and numbers. And when you read the Maccabees, and the Maccabees brothers, they was always outnumbered, man. They was outnumbered thousands. All right, and they still overcame by the Most High God. It's a light thing for the Lord. Let's get that in Second Maccabees. Hey, well, First Maccabees. It's a light thing for the Lord to, deliver a small remnant out of a lot. Right. Let's go to the book of First Maccabees. First Maccabees, chapter 3. It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, and verse number 18. Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few, and with the God of heaven is it all one, to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. For the victory of the battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength coming from heaven. So true strength, true victory, true power comes from on high, from the Most High that gives the power unto man. It don't come in down multitudes. So next time you might think you're outnumbered by spirits. Hey, my old job, guess what? This is a true testimony. I was outnumbered 500 demons, and I was the only righteous soul in that place. Everybody else was wicked. And I was outnumbered, and I was going in there every single day, standing strong. Now, eventually, it take a toll on you. It take a toll on your body. You feel drained. Sometimes you may feel out of the spirit. Like, man, I need to go pray. But for the most part, I stood on my own too, through the Most High God, man. And there was one versus 500. And then a brother, he worked with me, and he was in the truth, in the body. So we was 2 against 500, or 500 demons on the daily. 2 of us versus 500. That's a real battle, man. That's not easy. And you got to be with these spirits for 10 hours. All right, see, hey, that's not, that's not an easy task. Nevertheless, the point is, you could do it. We're outnumbered all the time. You might be outnumbered at your so-called job. You might have 5, 7 family members in the crib. You're the only one in the truth. You got to really look at the times where you outnumbered. You outnumbered more times than you think. But yet, you still wake up every day. You still could call upon the name of the Lord. You still could pray. You still could fast. So let's go back to the book of Matthew, the 12th chapter. All right. Go to the book of Matthew, chapter 12. Right? Right. I remember I asked my mom a long time ago, like, hey mom, why don't you read, the Bible? Well, because I'm scared. What are you scared of reading the Bible for? Come to find out, she was scared to read the book of Revelation. Why? Because it had a lot of judgment in it. So you got certain people, they even scared to read out, they scared to even read the scriptures, man. Because it's a spirit on them that's causing them to be fearful. We're not scared of the why we're not scared of the book of Revelations, man. We're gonna read Revelation. We're gonna let that book examine our spirit. If it's something that we don't like our spirit, we fix our spirit so we can align it with the scriptures. We're not being scared of damn Revelation, the 6th chapter. Oh snap, you got the 4 horsemen. No, I can't read this. All right. And next thing you know, you just stop reading completely. Because you read everything else, but no, I can't read Revelation. No, I can't read that. That's just so foolish. You have to change your spirit. Maybe you gotta have perfect love that we just read in 1 John, the 4th chapter, to cast out that fear. But there's no way you should be scared of the book of Revelation. That's madness. I read Revelation. It's not a scary book. You could read it, understand the prophecies, understand what's going. And you need to read Revelation. That's here. It's literally given chronological order of events leading up to the second coming of Yahushua and signs. What are you scared of that book for? That's madness. But that just shows you the fear on an average civilian and man in this society, right? Let's go back to Matthew, right? Matthew chapter 4 and verse number 45. It says, "Then he goeth and taketh himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation." So a lot of people are scared of being overtaken with spirits. And at first, you might say, well, there's nothing really wrong with that. But what are you scared of being overtaken for? Don't get overtaken. If you get overtaken, that's on you. That's your fault. You're not doing something correctly. Because the Most High is not going to suffer temptation above what you can't handle. He going to give you something that you could obviously do. Now, it might be a challenge, but you got to be up for that challenge. This stuff don't come easy. You got to earn, you know, as they say in the word, you got to earn your stripes. You got to earn your spiritual stripes, man. You're going to have some real tough moments in this. You're going to have some challenges, but you got to overcome. Then you're going to look back on that like, dang, I overcame. All praise to the Most High. It kind of boosts your faith. Like, dang, I didn't know I could overcome that at first, but now, that was kind of, easy. All praise to the Most High. That's the spirit you want to be in. Hey, these demons, they tremble, man. Let's go to James chapter 2. Right, let's go to the book of James, the 2nd chapter. Right, it's the book of James, chapter 2 and 19. It says, "Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble." So even the devils, they believe in the Most High God and they tremble at the Lord. So we had the spirit of the Lord, those same devils is gonna tremble at us if we're moving in the spirit, in the same spirit, on one accord of the Father, in that order, in that sequence. So if you've been fearful of demons, whether since you was maybe a kid, fearful of spirits, scared of the spiritual demon Satan, we're exhorting you now through the spirit and power to stop being scared. All right, have them be scared of you. You're greater than them. You could overcome them. You could do anything if it be of the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Stop being scared. Get a dog in you and really understand who you are. You're an Israelite from one of the 12 tribes. You in this truth. You had a spirit of God to rest inside of you. You got to believe what's written in the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Joshua, chapter 1. Hey, Joshua was a man full of confidence, man. When you read Joshua, hey, you like, well, hey, Joshua had confidence, right? It's the book of Joshua, chapter 1, and verse number 9. Have I not commanded thee, being strong and be of good courage? Right? You got to have courage in this thing. You know, as they say, you got to get some hair on your chest, as they say in the world. Get some bass in your voice. Have courage. It says, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee whatsoever thou goest. And why wouldn't the Lord be with you? A lot of times you say, why is the Lord with me? But you got to start saying, why wouldn't the Lord be with you? Why wouldn't God be on your side? Why wouldn't God be there to protect you? I mean, why wouldn't he? Only reason why the Lord probably wouldn't be with you is because you haven't been obedient. That's the only reason I could think of. Because last time I checked, anybody that ever put their trust in the Lord was not confounded. And whosoever was it that they believed, they called upon the Lord and was forsaken. That's written in Sirach 2 and 10. So Joshua was commanded to be of good courage. And when you read the book of Joshua, he had courage, man. All right. Hey, Yahweh Shah popped up on Joshua. Hey, Joshua, let's go to that account. Joshua said, hey, are you with us or against us? That's a courageous spirit to be in. Right? It's Joshua chapter 5 and 13. It says, and it came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho, that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him. So Joshua stepped foot to this man. Did Joshua know that this was really Yahushua in the flesh? No. He didn't perceive that till afterward. Hey, imagine you see a man, you know, with a sword drawn in his hand, and you kind of go up to him. Hey, that's a real confidence right there. It say, and Joshua went into him and said, art thou for us, or thou for our adversaries? And he asking him the question the whole time. This is Yahweh Shai. So that lets you know what spirit to be in, man. Hey, even the Lord is gonna tell you, hey, don't be afraid. All right, stand up on your feet. The Lord told John that. So even Yahweh Shai, you don't necessarily have to be afraid, but you do want to be afraid of the Most High's judgments. All right, you do want to be afraid. You want to have the fear of the Lord. Absolutely. If you don't have the fear of the Lord, guess what? You're gonna do anything. Right? It's Revelation chapter 1 and verse number 17. It says, and when I saw him, I fell at his feet as dead, and he laid his right hand upon me, saying unto me, fear not, I am the first and the last. So even Yahweh Shah, after John fell out of fear, he came up to him, laid his right hand upon him, and said, hey, guess what? Fear not. I'm your Lord and Savior, man. All right. So with that being said, you got to analyze and see what spirit are you moving in. Are you afraid of Satan or are you afraid of God? Which one? Are you more afraid of these demons and these spirits than you are the Heavenly Father and the Creator of all things? If so, you got to check your spirit immediately, and you got to exhort yourself through the precepts and with prayer and fasting. All right, and and renewing your mind and getting your mentality right. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 23. Right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 23, and verse number 4. It says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil." And we walking through the valley of it's a dark world out here, man. It's cold out here. It's nothing but seducing spirits. It's evil. It's temptation everywhere. But guess what? I will fear no evil. You can't be scared of evil. Like we said, we used to be scared of evil, man. I used to be scared of evil when I was younger because evil could corrupt something that's so innocent and pure. And I used to be amazed at how evil could do that. And I used to be afraid. But guess what? Evil has its own purpose that the Most High has created evil for. Good has its own purpose. A good could change somebody that was once evil into good. You can't be scared of evil. You have to hate evil. It says, "I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me." So the Lord is with you. Although we in the shadow of the valley of death, we can't fear no evil, man. All right. And this is the place of death. I mean, look at the world. All right. The world is not the same anymore. The spirit of the world everybody is, you look at everybody, they're dark. Only genuine people in these last days, you could kind of tell who's genuine by their face. Their face might glow. Then you, okay, that person is pretty, genuine. Everybody else, they strung out on drugs, they alcoholics, they drug addicts, they smoking weed, they addicted to weed. The whole world is damn near on drugs, and they normalize it. So when you see somebody that's pure and innocent and righteous, guess what? You're gonna know the difference. All right, let's go to the book of Second Timothy. Let's get a couple more precepts. All right, let's go to the book of Second Timothy. All right, it's the book of Second Timothy 1:7. "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." So the Lord never gave us the spirit of fear. You think the Lord gave Adam the spirit of fear when he created him? No. He told Adam, guess what? You're above all things in the creation. You have dominion over over the birds, over the animals, the sea creatures. And he basically told Adam, hey, you're him. Again, he told Moses, hey, I made thee a god in the sight of Pharaoh. So the Lord never gave us the spirit of fear. But guess what? Fear is the securing of the reason of that offer. That's Wisdom of Solomon 17:12. So fear comes in when you have separated yourself from the Heavenly Father. That's why when Adam went off and he sinned against God, and the Lord said, what hast thou done? Hey, that's why they hid themselves with figs and covered themselves up, because they was ashamed. They was fearful. They were in sin. And sin brings forth fear. Obedience brings forth confidence. That's written, right? So it says, "For God hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 34. All right, let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 34, and verse number 4. It says, "I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and deliver me from all my fears. So ask the Lord to remove those fears from you and give you the fear of the Lord. Cause the Most High to unite your heart to fear his name. That's in Psalms chapter 81. That's what King David said. Everything else is irrelevant. Everything else doesn't matter. You want to have the fear of God over the fear of Satan and his demons. Right? So Lord willing, this video was edifying. Continue to read, pray, fast, study. Most importantly, beseech the Heavenly Father for his mercy. Without him, say shalom.